to it. This is one of the best quizzes on the internet right now because it's about one of my favorite subjects in the Bible, which is famous Bible women. That's right. They don't get the respect they deserve. All right, who was the first woman created by God? We're going to start off easy and they get harder. Who was the first woman created by God? A. Sarah. B. Eve. C. Ruth. Or D. Esther. I bet you know this, and they get more difficult. Start off slow, make it kind of easy. Who was the first woman created by God? It was Adam and Eve. That's correct. The answer is B, Eve. I bet you knew that one. Explanation. Eve holds the title of being the very first woman in history. Created from Adam's rib, Eve was placed in the Garden of Eden, where she, took a bite of apple. All right, which brave woman hid the Israelite spies in Jericho? Which brave woman hid the Israelite spies in Jericho? Is it A, Deborah, B, Rahab, C, Hannah, or D, Ruth? Which brave woman hid the Israelite spies in Jericho? Imagine, it'd be very scary. The answer is B, Rahab. She was a courageous woman who hid 2 Israelite spies on her roof in Jericho. Her quick thinking and bravery not only saved the spies, but also earned her a place in Jesus' family tree. Talk about a redemption story. Who became a queen and saved her people from destruction? Who became a queen and saved her people from destruction? Was it A, Sarah, B, Ruth, C, Esther, or D, Miriam? Who became a queen and saved her people from destruction? What a cool story. Answer is C, Esther. Did you know that? I told you they're getting more difficult. Esther went from being an orphan to becoming the queen of Persia. And then she risked it all to save her people from a wicked plot. What an amazing story. To save a nation like that? Wow. Which woman was turned into a pillar of salt? Which woman was turned into a pillar of salt? Was it A, Ruth, B, Sarah, C, Lot's wife, or D, Miriam? Was turned into a pillar of salt. Do you know? Can you remember? It was C, Lot's wife. That's correct. Lot's wife couldn't resist looking back at the city of Sodom as it was being destroyed, even though she was told not to. The result? She became a pillar of salt. Who was the mother of Samuel, the last judge of Israel? Was it A, Deborah, B, Hannah, C, Abigail, or D, Bathsheba? Who was the mother of Samuel, the last judge of Israel? Answer was B, Hannah. Did you get that one correct? Explanation. Hannah was a woman of great faith who prayed fervently for a child. God answered her prayers, and she gave birth to Samuel, who would grow up to become a mighty prophet and judge. Which woman became the first to see Jesus after his resurrection? Was it A, Martha, B, Mary Magdalene, C, Salome, D, Joanna? Which woman became the first to see Jesus after his resurrection? The answer is B, Mary Magdalene. That's correct. Mary Magdalene had the honor of being the first person to see Jesus after he rose from the dead. She rushed to tell the good news. Can you imagine? I would be running to tell that news. Who was the only female judge of Israel? Wow. I told you these are getting tough. Who was the only female judge of Israel? Was it A, Miriam, B, Deborah, C, Esther, or D, Hagar? Who was the only female judge of Israel? Ooh, The answer is B, Deborah. That's my cousin's name. It's a good name. Explanation: Deborah wasn't just a judge, she was also a prophetess and a mighty leader in Israel and a role model. She commanded armies, delivered justice, and led her people with wisdom and courage. Which woman tricked her father in law by disguising herself as a prostitute? Whoa. Wait, tricked her father in law by disguising. Okay. A, Tamar. B, Ruth. C, Leah. Or D, Rebecca. Tricked her father in law by disguising herself as a prostitute. Okay. The answer is A, Tamar. Tricked him good. Tamar took matters into her own hands when her father-in-law Judah didn't fulfill his promise to her. She disguised herself as a prostitute to ensure her place in the family line. Her bold move paid off. Bold move indeed. Who was the Moabite woman who became the great-grandmother of King David? Who was the woman who became the great-grandmother of King David? A, Hannah. B, Naomi. C, Ruth. Or D, Bathsheba? Great-grandmother of King David. Interesting. Answer C, Ruth was the great-grandmother of King David. Ruth, the loyal Moabite, left her homeland to follow her mother-in-law Naomi back to Israel. Her famous words, "Where you go, I will go," reflect her deep commitment. Nice. Which woman saved Moses from the Nile as a baby? A, Miriam. I'm trying to think. Sorry, just had a train of thought. Do you know this one? I think it's C. Answer C, the Pharaoh's daughter. That is correct. I believe she had her servant go get it, actually. Pharaoh's daughter found baby Moses floating in a basket by the Nile River and decided to raise him as her own. Yeah, I believe she sent her servant to go get him. She saw him and was like, "Fetch that baby." Halfway done. Let me know how you did. Comment right now. It's been 10 questions. Are you 10 for 10? That would be very impressive. Are you 9 for 10? 8 for 10? Doesn't matter. I bet if you were to redo those 10 questions right now, you would be 10 for 10. And that's the point. Who helped the Israelites by hiding the spies in Jericho and later married Solomon? Is it A, Ruth, B, Rahab, C, Esther, or D, the host James? Who helped the Israelites by hiding the spies in Jericho and later married Solomon? Who wrote this quiz? Unbelievable. Yeah, it's B. It's not D, it's B. Rahab did it, not the host James. Unbelievable. Rahab wasn't just brave, she was smart too. By hiding the Israelite spies, she secured safety for her family and later became the ancestor of Jesus. Amazing. Which woman laughed when she heard she would have a son in her old age? Was it A, Sarah, B, Rebecca, C, Rachel, or D, Hannah? Which woman laughed when she heard she would have a son? Was it like a laugh of like a terrifying, oh my goodness? It was A, Sarah. She laughed. Sarah couldn't help but laugh when she overheard that she would have a son at 90 years old. But God had the last laugh when Isaac, whose name means laughter, was born. Nice. I didn't know that meant laughter. Isaac means laughter. That's cool. Which woman gave birth to twins? Esau and Jacob. Was it A, Leah, B, Rebecca, C, Rachel, or D, Hagar? Which woman gave birth to twins? I think I remember hearing this one. Okay. The answer is B, Rebecca. I have a friend named Rebecca, but she spells it with a C. Interesting. Rebecca, wife of Isaac, had a bit of a sibling rivalry on her hands before her twins were even born. Wow. Who anointed Jesus' feet with expensive perfume and wiped them with her hair? Quite the gesture. Was it A, Martha, B. Mary of Bethany, C. Mary Magdalene, or D. Joanna? Who anointed Jesus' feet with expensive perfume and wiped them with her hair? Interesting. The answer is B. Mary of Bethany did it. Quite the gesture. Mary of Bethany, sister of Martha and Lazarus, showed her deep devotion to Jesus by anointing his feet with expensive perfume and wiping them with her hair. All right. Who was the Egyptian maidservant who bore Abraham's first son? Was it A. Hagar, B. Keturah, C. Sarah, or D. Rachel? Who was the Egyptian maidservant who bore Abraham's first son? Interesting. The answer was A. Hagar. Is it Hagar? She bore Abraham's first son, Ishmael. Her story is one of hardship, but also of God's mercy, as he promised to make a great nation from her son. All right, next question. Who was the first wife of Jacob whom he was tricked into marrying? Is it A. Rachel, B. Leah, C. Rebecca, or D. Tamar? Who was the first wife of Jacob whom he was tricked into marrying? Answer is B. Leah. Did you get that one correct? They're getting hard. Poor Leah. Jacob worked 7 years to marry her sister Rachel, but thanks to a trick by her father, Laban, he ended up with Leah instead. Unbelievable. That's some trick. That's kind of a understatement. Who is the prophetess and judge who led Israel to victory over the Canaanites? Was it A. Miriam, B. Deborah, C. Jael, or D. Esther? Who was the prophetess and judge who led Israel to victory over the Canaanites? The answer was B. Deborah. Did you get that one correct? These are getting tough. Deborah was a woman of many talents. She was a prophetess, judge, and military leader. Yeah! She led Israel to victory over the Canaanites. Amazing. Which woman was the wife of Ahab and known for her evil deeds? Ooh, to get known for your evil deeds? I'd rather be known as a judge and a military leader and a prophetess. All right, was it A. Delilah, B. Jezebel, C. Athaliah, or D. Vashti? Answer is B. Jezebel. Yes, we all know Jezebel. How unfortunate. Jezebel, the infamous, queen married to King Ahab, is often remembered as one of the Bible's most villainous women. You do not want to be remembered as that. Who was the mother of John the Baptist? Who was the mother of John the Baptist? Was it A. Mary, B. Elizabeth, C. Anna, or D. Martha? Who was mother of John the Baptist? Even though Mary is a common name, I think we know it's not Mary, right? The answer is B. Elizabeth. Did you know that one? Mary was the mother of Jesus. Elizabeth was well past childbearing age when she miraculously gave birth to John the Baptist. Her joy was so great that her husband Zachariah couldn't speak until he confirmed the name John. Which woman's husband was struck dead for lying about their offering to the church? Whoa. Was it A. Priscilla, B. Sapphira, D. Lydia, or D. Dorcas? Do not lie about the offering to church. It was B. Sapphira. No, not Sephora. Sapphira. Sapphira and her husband tried to deceive the early church by lying about the proceeds from a land sale. Unfortunately for them, their lie was exposed and they both dropped dead on the spot. Wow. Well, there you go. Way to go. You did it. Please comment your score down below. Did you get 20 out of 20? Did you get 19 out of 20? Did you get 18 out of 20? That is still an A. 18 out of 20 is an A minus. So congratulations. And even if you got 10 out of 20, I bet you could retake this quiz and get a perfect score. So thank you so much for enjoying this wonderful trivia about famous Bible women. Hope we can learn a little bit, have a little bit of fun, and appreciate all the sacrifice that a lot of these amazing women did. So history can be what it is today. And as always, I hope you're having a wonderful day, a blessed day. And thank you so much for tuning in to this Bible trivia. I'll see you next